You guys know the deal. We have to make sure everything's good. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Boom. We need to pause that before we start the stream. Okay, I had like a 70 gigabyte download going, and if I would have forgot about that, this would have been the most laggiest, unwatchable stream in the world, so I'm glad I remembered to pause that real quick. Anyway, I think we're good to go now. I think everything's set up, and let's see. We are green across the board. All right, cool. So today, you guys, we're going to be talking about, can you still recover if you aren't perfect at acceptance? This is a question that I do get asked every so often. You know, I'll have somebody who's like, I know what I got to do. I know about acceptance. You know, I've watched your videos, but I'm not that good at it. I'm not perfect at it, and I mess up sometimes. So can you still recover if that's you? If you're that kind of person that uses acceptance, but you're not necessarily quote-unquote perfect at it, can you still recover? The short answer is yes, but let's dive a little bit deeper into that. So I think what people mean by I'm not perfect at acceptance is that simply they have some bad days, and it's okay. It's okay to have some bad days. It's okay to have some bad moments. It's okay to experience times where maybe you should have used acceptance, you should have fixed those behaviors, but you just simply did not. It's okay for that to happen. You can still recover over time, even if you have a few of those bad days or moments, but the determining factor here is whether or not you just have a few of those bad days and moments, or you completely go backwards and completely resort to old bad habits again. Now, if you do that, if you had those bad days and bad moments, but you eventually just say screw it and stop using acceptance altogether and resort back to all of your bad habits that got you there in the first place, if you do that, no, it's going to be very difficult for you to recover, because it's those bad habits that put you in this boat to begin with. So in that case, it's going to be very difficult for you to reach recovery. But if you just have the occasional bad day or bad moment, as long as you come back to using the advice, even if you mess up sometimes and you know there was moments where you should have used the advice but you didn't, as long as you keep coming back to it, though, that's fine. It's okay. Get back up, pat yourself on the back. You're trying, you're learning, you're growing. Chances are you're not going to be perfect at this, and that's fine. You can still recover. But like I said, if you completely go back to using old bad habits and you just drop acceptance altogether, then no, it's going to be very difficult for you to recover in that sense. But it is okay, yes, to have a few bad moments, to have a few bad days. If you fall off the wagon, get back on. As long as you're resorting back to the two main keys and to what you know to be true, then you're going to be fine. It's a learning process, and sometimes you do stumble. That's okay. So I would say that pretty much sums up that question, can I still recover if I'm not perfect at acceptance? Yes, you don't have to be perfect at it. Just keep coming back to acceptance, to the two main keys. Keep trying, keep going. You'll get the hang of it eventually. It is a learning process. As long as you don't resort back to bad habits completely and just say screw acceptance, then you will make progress. So anyway, you guys, that's the point of this stream. Now we're going to get into some comments. Wow, we finished that in just about 4 minutes, so that was not bad at all. Awesome. And I know I want to address this real quick. I know I've been doing a lot of streams lately and only a few recorded videos, but that's just how I am. That's just me. Sometimes I love just getting on here and streaming, and other times I love editing videos. Sometimes you'll see a nice mix of both. Sometimes there will be more streams than videos. Sometimes there will be more videos than streams. That's just the way that's just the way I run things. That's just the way I do things. I go with the flow. So whatever I'm feeling is what you guys are going to get, and that's why I've never put myself on a schedule, because it's just so restricting. So I hope you guys are enjoying the streams. I like the way we do them. We get straight into the point of the video, we talk about it, we finish it up, we wrap it up, and then we hang out and stream. So I like the way we do them, and I hope you guys do too. So let's see. Nora, hello. View, hello. Yo, bro, you're amazing. Thank you. Sensitization, what does it mean? It basically is just the point where your nerves finally break down from so much obsession, from so many negative behaviors, from wrong conditioning showing the brain that you're in danger when you're not with your behaviors. That's basically sensitization, is where you hit that point that your nerves finally just kind of give out and they become very tired and very fragile. So we say that you're sensitized or that you have tired nerves, basically. Don't let that big scary word sensitization scare you. It's just a term that means you have tired nerves, basically. Is it a nervous breakdown? You could call it a nervous breakdown. You could call it sensitization. You can call it a nervous breakdown. I don't like those big, scary terms because they're just unnecessary. I like to just call it tired nerves, fragile nerves. I mean, it's all the same thing. So don't let terms, freak you out. There's no need for that. Did you add new activities on your recovery, like exercise? No, I'm a fat ass. I eat whatever in front of me, a bunch of bullshit, and I have never done a single push-up in my life. That's a lie. I have, but not recently. It's pronounced Bo. Oh, you told me that. People get it wrong all the time. Yeah, I'm sure they do because of the spelling. But yeah, you told me that. It's pronounced Bo. I forgot. Ben, I missed your comment. Morning, bro. I mentioned you yesterday about advice on a spiritual awakening. Have you been awakened, and do you this suffering is part of the journey? A little bit of a spelling error there, but I'll try to figure that out. Is suffering part of the journey into a spiritual awakening? Can be, and usually is for most people. That's how we find the path, really. That's how most people get on that path. Craig. Hi, Wonder Bro, from sunny London. Hello, Craig. I hope you're having a great day. Andy, morning, Wonder Bro. Hello, Andy. Nora, yes, true, thank you. Yeah, don't let terms freak you out. A nervous breakdown, sensitization, those kind of sound like scary terms, but really it all means the same thing, that you just have fragile nerves. That's tired nerves. That sounds so much better. And it's true. I'm not sugarcoating anything. It's true. You just have tired nerves, so don't let big fancy terms scare you. Joe, hi brother. Hello, Joe. Hello, Joe. Ben, yes, sorry. Oh, no problem, no problem. I've encountered that quite a bit. There's usually a lot of spelling errors, people trying to type on their phones or whatever, and they're trying to get their message out there so that I see it, and have a spelling error too. I've kind of learned to work with that. I can usually decipher what somebody means most of the time, so hope everyone is doing great today. Remember, accept your feeling and don't follow your thoughts. Yes, 2 main keys. I feel everything triggers me, even cleaning. Is this normal? Yes. If you are sensitized and your nerves have reached that point that they are very tired and fragile, just from bad behaviors, wrong behaviors, sending the brain the wrong message, if your nerves have reached that point, then everything will probably trigger you in some way or another, because once nerves hit that point, they're on edge. They're very on edge, they're very tired, and that's what we call sensitization. And that's okay. That's okay, you didn't know what you were doing when you were using wrong behaviors, bad behaviors. You didn't know what you were doing. It's not your fault. And you're here now, so you're on the right track. Pat yourself on the back. It's no big deal. We're going to move forward, and we're going to move on from this. I know that sometimes it doesn't feel that way, and sometimes it can feel very scary, to say the least. But at the end of the day, it is just tired nerves. Believe it or not, sometimes that's very hard to believe, that something as simple as tired nerves could cause such symptoms and feelings, but it's true. It is true, believe it or not. I'll leave your stream on, buddy. Just need to quickly do some filming, but I will be back ASAP. No problem, Andy. Take care of what you got to take care of. Thanks for stopping by regardless. Do what you got to do. Always remember, you are loved. Yes, everyone is loved here on the channel. I'm trying to create not a sub count. I'm not trying to create a subscriber base or a fan base. I don't like that word. I'm trying to create a family. That's what I like to call it. That's what I'm trying to do. You're definitely not going crazy. I know I had that that fear many times. Never happened. I mean, maybe I'm a little crazy, but that's just my personality. But I never actually went crazy from anxiety, and no one ever has. No one ever has, and no one ever will, because that's just not something that happens with anxiety. That's just not something that is in the realm of possibilities here. Hopefully, I will be doing just like a regular video, like recorded and edited very soon. The only reason I'm kind of holding off on that right now is because while moving my setup over here with my new computer and the green screen and all this good stuff, just got all the foam padding put up. That was like an all-day task. But anyway, moving all of this over here, in the process, I actually knocked over one of my light stands and shattered a bulb. And this DSLR Canon camera requires a lot of bright light in order to film at the best of its ability. So I'm kind of waiting until I can afford to order some more 100-watt light bulbs. The webcam doesn't need as much light. Looks good. The camera, it needs a shit ton of light. Thank you so much for your reassurance. It really helps us all. Yeah, no problem. I've been there, and I know exactly how it feels. Like, you may watch me now and think that I can't relate, but if you knew me back then, you would know. I can definitely relate. Thank you for all of your amazing work. Thank you for being here. Hey, Wonder Bro. Hello. How are you, Darla? If I ever mispronounce your name, just overlook it. I'm terrible at that. I do that all the time. You should just expect it by now from me. Morning, Wonder Bro, all the way in England. A big thank you for being here for me during my recovery from a very dark place with crippling anxiety, panic, and agoraphobia to the freedom I have. I am very happy to hear about your success, and I am very grateful that you have come back and let us know about it. Keep going. Don't give up. Keep going. Give up in the acceptance way. Yes, give up in that way. But you know what I'm saying. Don't give up on your journey. Keep going. Keep learning. Keep growing. Wow, 2 lives in 2 days. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of live streams, and it's mostly because people seem to be enjoying them, and I enjoy talking to you guys. It's really cool to come on here, and you know, like I said earlier, I like the way that I do my streams because I've got a point that I like to make, like any other video, and then we hang out. So I really like it. I really enjoy it, and the views kind of show and reflect that you guys like them too. So, you know, why not? I love interacting with my community here. It's something I've always really enjoyed, and streams are the perfect way to do that. Not that the videos are going anywhere, because I like editing from time to time. It's pretty fun. Videos are not going to go anywhere, but I have been doing a lot of streams. And I like it. I think you guys like it. If you can't accept that you can't. Yes, that's a good way to look at it. Thoughts on DNRS brain retraining? Let me Google that. DNRS. Is that like a program? Is a natural drug-free neuroplasticity. I would have to look into that program. Or I think it's a program, it's what Google said. I'd have to look into that. All I know is that I use the 2 main keys for my reasons that I've given to you guys before in my videos. That's what I do. So I'd have to do more research on that. I really love your live streams. Well, I'm glad you enjoy them. I enjoy doing them. Hello, Wonder Bro and Wonder Fam. Yeah, didn't we come to a conclusion on that at some point? I think on another stream, somebody was like, all YouTubers call their fan base something. Most YouTubers. What are you gonna call your fan base, your viewer base? And somebody recommended that I call you guys Wonder Fam, I think, and I really like that. I like that. maybe I'll try to get that to catch on. Yes, Craig, those anxious feelings will go away in time as long as you're dedicating to those, you know, accepting positive behaviors, showing the brain that you don't need protected. It's only got to go off of how you behave. That's what the brain is looking for. So as long as you stay in line with that, they will fade because your nerves will heal. Yeah, it's way more effective not to rush it. I agree. Trying hard to accept was a mortal mistake because it was actually an action, not a change in attitude. Yes, I like that. Very smart man. It is more of an action instead of a change in attitude when you're just trying so hard, like, oh, I gotta accept. You need to change your attitude and loosen up. Loosen up and go with the motions, go with the flow, change those behaviors. Hey Wonder Bro, have you ever felt afraid of people talking near you because you might catch them talking negatively about you? I wear headphones a lot because of this. I've never really had that problem because I've always kind of had the attitude of I don't much care what other people have to say or what they think about me, and I think a lot of that attitude came from not just my personality as a person, but from my spiritual journey and understanding how the ego mind works, and understanding that if someone has something bad to say about you or negative to say about you, it's never to be taken personally, because that's just coming from their own ego mind, their own identification with thoughts in their head. You know, they are completely bluffed and absorbed in this mind-made sense of self, and all their thoughts they take as true, and they're just totally identified as their mind. So it should never be taken personally when someone talks negatively about you, and that's the way I look at it, so I don't really much care if someone has something bad to say about me. Most of us believe that accepting might trigger something even worse, as if we are clenching to ourselves, not comfortable feeling. Accepting is not to clench, it's to let go completely. And a lot of people are, I would say a lot of people are concerned that if they let go and stop fighting, that something bad might happen. But the only thing that'll happen, I assure you, is that you'll finally give your nerves a break and they can finally heal. That's the only thing that's going to happen if you let go. Joe Smith, moderator of the year. He's always given little helpful tidbits in the chat. Thank you, Joe. You are a great moderator. Really appreciate it. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go over to the Discord real quick and grab the link to that. I'm trying to advertise it as much as I can here lately. If you don't know what Discord is, it's a free program you can get on your computer or app on your phone. And I've got my own chat room over there with, I think, somewhere in the 100s now of users from the Wonder Bro community. So it's completely free. You just got to click on it. Hold on. Okay, let me get that link. In case you guys want to join the chat room. Right there. It's kind of a new thing, even though we do have a regular user base over there now. But it's still kind of a newish thing, so I'm going to try to remember to start advertising that more. I believe that 100% because it is a release of all the tension to just let the feelings flow. Yes, it lets all of that energy. Everything is energy. Don't forget that. Everything is energy, including your feelings and thoughts. So when we stop resisting them and accept them and don't get involved and muck it all up and just carry on with positive accepting behaviors, we can let that energy run freely instead of mucking it all up. I guess, Darla, that is just a very false belief that you might go crazy, which is not going to happen with anxiety and panic. You know I could sit here and tell you that all day, but you probably won't believe me because it's just that anxiety talking. But you do need to understand on a deep level that that's just a negative, false belief, and it's just not going to happen. How do you learn to be more social even if you overcome anxiety but lack the skill? Okay, how do you learn to be more social? I think the spiritual path that you're on, believe it or not, if you're using acceptance, distancing yourself from your mind and not following all those thoughts, you are on a spiritual path. I think this spiritual path is going to help you to become more social. In the end, I believe it will, because you will understand how the mind works. and how all of this fear and all these insecurities do come from that little voice in the head and not you, not who you really are, which is just the awareness. So I think this spiritual path will help you with that problem. I need to do some cable management with my desk and this whole area over here. The wire on my webcam is very short. If it wasn't, I would show you guys, which I've posted it on Instagram, I think the Facebook page. But we got a legit little place going on over here now, finally. I've changed my setup like 3 million times because I get new stuff and then it requires a change. But I think we finally settled. We got everything we need. If my wire wasn't so short, because I'm like cable managed it, whatever you want to call it, I put it in this little sleeve with all the other cables, trying to keep it organized, so I can't really turn this very much. But we got all the foam padding. It's like black and white because of the green screen, but we got all the foam padding in today. And then my regular camera, you can't see that, but yeah, it's looking all right. It's looking pretty good. I like it. You got more lights? No. I got a ring light, which I'm using to light this stream right now. I've got a 75-watt fluorescent bulb up there, I believe, and 2 more, and I did have a 3rd one, but in the process of moving my setup over here, it fell over and I shattered the bulb. But that's okay, because I really need to order 100-watt bulbs anyway and get rid of these smaller ones. So I wasn't upset about it or anything. It was a bummer at first, but I was like, let's see this in a new positive light. I need to order new bulbs anyway. So, no big deal. No big deal. See, we can always look at things in a new positive light if we want to. If we remember to do so. I'm gonna get the ashtray over here, because it's that time. It's that time. Why do I look so void of color? I don't know. Telling you, Joe, you're gonna be mod of the year. Hold on a second, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, and I will be right back. Probably turn my mic on, that would help. That would help. Can't thank you enough. You and Claire Weeks have been a blessing. I love your no BS, just facts. Yes, that's the way I try to be. I feel like that's the way people need it, right? Especially in that state, especially in that sensitized state. People, like, they need no BS, like no runaround, just straight to the point, simple, cut it, you know. Just that's the best way to be, I believe. Welcome back. Just done a bit of filming, so back for a while things copies over. Nice, nice. I need to check your channel. It's been a while since I've been over there. I need to see what you've been up to. I need to see what you've been up to. How long is this? Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Let's pull up the stream page. About a half hour. See, I'm trying to start ending my streams at either a half hour or an hour. That's what I'm trying to stick to. Discord's going awesome. I think we have over 100 registered users so far. I need to start advertising it a bit more than I do, which I'm going to try to do in like every stream if I can remember to do so. But so far it's been going really freaking well. Like, we've got you know, we've got a handful of regulars over there that seem to enjoy it quite a bit. So speaking of the Discord, let me drop that link one more time for anyone who's interested in joining that chat room. But we are indeed approaching that half-hour mark, so I am going to go ahead and end it here. I think it's been a great stream. Love catching up with you guys, and I'm really enjoying these streams, especially with the new setup. It makes it a lot easier. So I'm probably going to start doing... You're going to start, you know, more than likely see an increase in streams, because I'm just really enjoying them right now, and I just go with the flow. If I, you know... I just go with the flow, so no schedule. But anyway, guys, I am going to go ahead and end it here. It's been another great one. Love catching up with you, and until next time, as always, boom, right there. Stay up.